Vasant, no.
Vasant, no.
Now, okay.
Maybe you're
Maybe your
slightly
slides
stay, but
stay, but
it is
it
not the
is not the
full
full
slideshow mode.
slideshow mode.
It's in slideshow mode only.
Yeah, now it
Yeah, now
is.
it is.
Now it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
maybe
then start.
here you
Here
can
you
see
can
that
see that
next the
next, the
last one,
last
last
one,
icon.
last icon.
Yeah, that only I was doing all this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
no.
No.
I think it's only if I go to the last icon, I think it's not showing.
Okay, then
Okay,
please
then please
go ahead with
go
this
ahead with
one.
this one.
Yeah,
Maybe we
okay.
can
Maybe we
I'll
can
see.
see
start.
it.
Yes, sir. I will start. Already it's
Okay.
time. Yeah, I will start, sir.
Yes, Vasant.
Yes, Vasant.
Okay, since we saw some information about toxicology yesterday, today I will give you some information about pollution biology and how pollution impacts globally in all these years. I will give a collective information about pollution biology. So, since you know from your school days you would have studied about pollutions, um, I'll give us like little advanced version of it. So, there are many type of pollutions like air, water, soil, plastic, thermal, noise, radioactive, and light and visual pollution. Pollution is a very important global concern nowadays because it's affecting directly the human health, the health of the wildlife, diversity of the wildlife, diversity of the aquatic life, and the ecosystem in every part of the world. So I will just focus on some how the different pollution is studied and how the different sources of the pollution effects and case studies and how we can measure to the statistics. Okay, so as I mentioned, any substance or energy which is harmful to our nature, to our global, is called as pollution. So, yeah, pollution generally alters the natural balance. It does not leave the nature to function as uh, it wants. So, everybody gets affected by the pollution from the living being, every living beings like humans, animals, even ecosystem, plants, microbes, bacteria, even a cyanobacteria, like a number of things is affected by the pollution. The pollution is like generally it is chemical, physical, and even biological. So even the air, land, and water pollution is interlocked with each other. You can see in this flow chart that is interlocked with each other. You would have studied about the acid rain in your school days, right? Like how the acid rain, how the chemical particle is absorbed by the clouds and the acid rain on the Taj Mahal, all those stuff. It's very simple concept. It is very correlated with each one. How the water the chemical is acclimated in the water, then it is absorbed by the atmosphere and is again is leaven out by the air, and how the human gets affected by this pollution. So everything is have their own mechanism. Every pollution has its own mechanism. Every pollution has its own functions. So still the scientists are decoding many things is yet not been proved, but the I will show you what and all has been documented all over these years. Okay, so first we can I will show the some trends about different pollutions. Okay, these are the some global pollution trends. Trends is as much how the pollution increases, how the pollution decreases. For example, before many years there was like less pollution. Like day by day, it is increased. It's reaching a point where even example for Delhi, the air parameter, the oxygen parameter is very less. It's a main global concern, and Delhi has been the main study area of air pollution. Like that, I will say some information about pollution. So there are different kind of gases like CO2, NOx, SO2, like chlorofluorocarbons. So they what and all we are using day to day in our day to day life, like fridge, refrigerator, AC, air conditioner, car, which leaves us all these gases. Then coming to water pollution, It is mainly contaminated by the heavy metals, the chemicals, the pharmaceutical drugs, the herbicide, insecticide, even the cosmetics which you use. Like we use sunscreen, we use moisturizer, we use toner, we use cleanser, we use nail polish, we use hairspray. Everything is goes to the water bodies. So what and all we are using, what and all we are using day by day to day, in day to day life. Even even we can say hot drinks, which it is when it is goes to the aquatic life, it gives a major impact on the animals. Even it is directly or indirectly affecting us humans again. So even nowadays we think sunscreen is very, it is protecting our skin, protecting our tanning, everything. But indirectly we are affecting the water pollution. So nowadays the paper has been published, if you see in the scientific reports, the scientific novels or scientific papers, there is more number of studies in sunscreen. Sunscreen affects the waste end sunscreen, the waste end filtered sunscreen, like the unused product sunscreen is thrown out in the water bodies, has been very much a global concern. Even the cleanser, all those stuffs. So I will just give you the points. You can, after knowing the points, you can go to the different websites in the browser, and you can know about that. Okay. In soil pollution, as I mentioned, heavy metals like different heavy metals like cadmium. Like how you know, if a manufacturing company, like if we have a iPhone, the manufacturing companies produces like different. It has different equipments. The different equipments is made up of different materials. In a wind farm, the wind farm in the water bodies, wind farm in the land bodies, as many kind of what to say, many kind of paints, many kind of metals, many kind of equipments is needed to make them. So it all leaves the heavy metals into the atmosphere, into the land, into the water. So soil parameters very important, because like India, even India, the all Asia, Asian countries, we are very focused on agriculture. So for a good agriculture we need a good soil parameters, but since our science is getting like more like advanced, many products is coming on, many pesticide is coming, many insecticide is coming, many cosmetic is coming, it also affects the soil directly. Okay. So coming to that, I will just focus on air pollution first. See, there are many industries, factories, power plants, nuclear plants, like even we smoke every day. The people who are smoking too much nowadays. We are like driving motorcycle like anything. Like we are going in bus, we are going in train. So we are directly affecting the air parameter. If I, as I mentioned before, Delhi has been a main sample area, sample site for studying the air pollution. So nowadays the people coming from outside telling it's very difficult to see another person in the capital of our nation. So it is in our hands that we are like polluting the our own motherland. So we should be more proper in this. So uh, it's there's a different kind of medium like industrial vehicles. Naturally we cannot control directly, like volcanoes, wildfire, dust storm. Still some things we are also indirectly triggering the environment to do all the wildfires, even the dusters, all those stuff. Okay. So we should be, ultimately we should be like responsible to control all these. So I will like when I'm finishing I'll give the points how to control all these things. So these are health effects of the air pollution. So like respiratory diseases like asthma, bronchitis. So due to this, not animals, not even air parameters, even we human acclimating all the toxic substance in our body. Nowadays nobody is healthy. Our, we can see some people salivas in different color, they if fecal matter, urine, all in a different colors. It is not healthy nowadays. And even the any everything is catatonic. So cancer, you see, it's a major cause. Like smoking, all these stuffs is going to the atmosphere, we are inhaling it. So it's a, being a major health effects of the air pollution. So coming to the wildlife, like in the wildlife, we are being in a city, we are being in a town, but what we are doing is that we are directly attacking them, attacking the wildlife diversity. So their reproduction, the process of reproduction, so product of reproduction, process of reproduction is affected by our own humans, and even little by nature also. But we are the main cause of their increase in mortality. Mortality is dying, right? So we are directly we are killing them, we are making them as a victim. So coming like as I said, it is correlated to one another, each other. Next we are coming to water pollution. Contamination in water bodies with harmful substance is called water pollution. Okay, so it also actually the different sources has been identified, like industrial, agriculture, domestic, and all those stuffs. So it's degrading our own water ecosystem. Water is very efficient to our human beings. We should be hydrated every day, but we are not drinking very pure water nowadays. It's now We are making water price to go up because of our own man-made disasters. Okay, see, in water pollutions, the microplastic, macroplastics, these and all called macroplastics, which has been leaving into the water bodies. It affects the animals in the water bodies, and if we eat the fishes in the water bodies which is affected by the microplastic and the macroplastic, we also get affected by the the microplastic pollution. So we should be more responsible in all those stuff. And here we can see that effluent is leaving out in the water bodies. So it is happening for so much of years, but we could not control, because we need some things from the factory, we need our daily stuffs from the factories. So we are doing that. So as I mentioned, factories, industrial water pollution. So the sources of like main industrial water pollution is the effluent, the mining, all those untreated effluents is leaving out like anything. So the effluent is a main pollutant. It contains like major toxic heavy metals. So there is kind of two kind of heavy metals, like which is good, somewhat good heavy metal, which has more bioavailability, but another has it has the toxic. So if you are comparing silver and zinc, it is more or less we are taking zinc. We need zinc in our body, right? So we are taking zinc supplements, all those stuff, right? It is related to somewhat. So zinc and silver is less toxic compared to the heavy metals like cadmium, mercury, lead, aluminium. So coming to aluminium is in the all the what to say, all the equipments, it is made by the aluminum is very needed to make equipments. So lead also, cadmium is the heavy metal which I am working and my lab is working on. So it is very very toxic material. Cadmium is by nature, it's a very toxic material. At least this is the cadmium is allowed to work, but this arsenic, this is a very very toxic metal that in lab also we are not allowed to do the experiment, because it is very 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 toxic. So because of that, in all the even in the science lab, we scientists are getting cancers because of these chemicals. For no, for doing our science experiments also, we are in danger nowadays. So you think how what will it happen with it is when it is go to the food we are eating. So we should be thinking about that. So agriculture water pollution, pesticides, there are many kind of pesticide, herbicide, insecticide, which are using on the agriculture field. It is After it is entering the agriculture field, it is directly thrown out or leaven out into the aquatic bodies. So like fertilizer, it has the nitrate, phosphate, it is very causing it is causing a major threats. So it affects the oxygen, it gives a oxygen depletion. Algal blooms occurs. Algal bloom is like we used to study algal is very important to our nature. Algal is very needed in the water bodies. But if algal also increases, okay, if algal is increases more than the sufficient amount in the water bodies, there will be algal bloom. The algal bloom will make oxygen less. DO, dissolved oxygen in the water, which is what we will use as DO. If you study about the water parameters, there's different water parameters like temperature, temperature, pH, turbidity, dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen is a very important and very informative parameter which should be studied in every science department. So algal blooms, as I mentioned, algal blooms makes the oxygen in the water depleted. So fish doesn't have enough oxygen to live. So it directly kills the fishes. So then after the kills die, the water parameters in the water bodies changes. So the water quality changes. Again, we humans consume that back. So that it is like circle process. Okay, this is domestic water source, water pollution. Like we wash dishes every day in household. We just throw out all the cosmetics, we throw all the detergent, we are washing our clothes, so with detergent we are washing. So all the detergent, all the cosmetics, all the sewage discharge which we use, which our fecal matter is containing, so it is directly affecting the it is, we are not filtering it, we are just leaving out. Most of most of us are living, we are not even concerned about this because we are not having the having our mind on this. It is directly going into the aquatic bodies though. So the water quality is reducing. As I'm again mentioning, water parameter quality or water quality parameters is very important in our day-to-day eco-friendly life. So we should not think that it is not a big concern. In day by day, the water quality will be reduced. So all the drinkable water aquatic bodies will be get destroyed, we won't get waters. So we should be always thinking about that. So you should think, if like our director mentioned about the project, you can also go on for doing the water parameter quality. It is very easy and very interesting. So you can study about the water parameter qualities and how you can reduce the pollutants in that. So as I mentioned, the aquatic ecosystem impacts oxygen depletion, death of the fish and the anaerobic organism, excess nutrients that gives algal bloom, hypoxia, and other effects, biodiversity loss, habitat degradation. See, if we are like polluting the water bodies, the animal species is very important. So we will just think, oh, aquatic bodies just have fishes, right? No, not only fishes, not only crabs, not only shrimps. We there's animals called zooplankton, even phytoplankton. The zooplankton and phytoplankton is very important, like copepods. Copepods is a one good organism which you can also do a project on. Okay, it is considered, it is a very tiny animal. Zooplankton is a very tiny animal. So but it is considered as a very strongest animal in this world. So it determines determines many things in the ocean, many things in the aquatic bodies. So copywood is very important zooplankton in the thing. And we have rotifers, rain shrimp, and all those life feeds are that which is very nutritious. Life feeds is very important for fishes. Even we can eat life feeds, like even they are eating in Japan, Taiwan, copepod omelette, plankton omelette. In our tribes, or in India, in tribes, they are eating artemia vadai. So you should all be concerned to not pollute zooplankton. Okay, it is very important. Because of all these stuffs, we are contaminating the water. So we are not only killing or affecting the fishes, crabs, zooplankton, the algal, or we are also affecting like other animals. So like penguin, the cetaceans, the cetacean, the mammals, shark, like dolphins, like whales are getting affected by us. Okay, it's all affected by us. Okay, we can think, oh, they are getting affected. What we can do? ultimately we are consuming the commercial fish again. We are consuming the fishes again. So we are getting affected directly. Because of us, we are killing ourselves, our parents, our sons, our daughters. So we should be more considerable, more responsible in all these stuffs. Okay, the, you know, the food webs, you would have studied the food, it majorly disturbs the food webs. The aquatic ecosystem is very important in food web, not for one, not only for the aquatic animal, for the terrestrial animals, on also for the human beings. Okay, so knowing about the toxicology pollution interference, so we should, the focus area should be like interaction between the pollutants and the living organism, the ecological studies, the human and animal and environmental health impacts. So we should know the how, what is the toxicant, like yesterday, just I will connect what we know, what like, again I will just rewind it. Okay, toxicant, bioacclimation, biomarkers. Now we are like connecting the pollution biology and toxicology, so we can know, oh, actually, first and all, in many labs, it won't be toxicology, it will be pollution biology labs. So nowadays they are making it as a toxicology lab, so they can cover more areas in toxicology aspects. So we should know what is toxicants, what and all is toxicants. Oh, pesticide is a toxicant. So insecticide is a toxicant. Oh, cadmium, lead, aluminum, heavy metals also toxicant. Oh, cosmetic, sunscreen. No, I'm not sure. It's telling that sunscreen is like it is not. It is like it is like what to say. Sunscreen is very harmful. We should not use it. We need sunscreen. Human needs all those stuffs. We need all the cosmetics, but we should be responsible to recycle them, not leaving them into the what to say, leaving them into the aquatic fields, aquatic bodies. So we should know what and what is toxicant, what is toxin, what is poisons, what is bioacclimation, how it's acclimated in the water, what is biomarkers, how we are using the biomarkers to study the bioacclimation, study about the toxicant, study about the species, all those stuff. Okay, we should know that is assessment and management. So we should know what and the risk we are going to give for us, our own be loved ones, or our own like our own nearby species, our own nearby animals. So we should be assessing the risk, and we should manage that. So okay, so laboratory labs and fields is very helpful as to monitor all this toxicology pollutions. Okay, so as I mentioned before, see how the different, how the metals, pesticides, different kind of metals like lead, cadmium, and all those stuff, hydrocarbons, see oil spills, pesticides, how it affects our liver, our kidney is very important to us, right? It's directly, nowadays everybody is having only one kidney. The adults have only one kidney. Because of why? Because of us only. Because of all the thing, all the years we made this harmful effects to the nature. Okay, so liver damage, liver is very very essential to our body. So heavy metals is now everywhere, heavy metals is everywhere in our nature, even in the chicken, even in the beef, even in the fish, even in the pork, even in the crab which we are having. So we should be very 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 conscious. Pesticides also affecting all the zooplankton, all the fishes, all the insects is very good bio indicator. So we should we can think, oh, insects only, we can just stamp and go. We should not think like that. We should not think that it's just an insect. We should not think it's a very very small organisms. So, okay, we should also respect them, because it's the ultimately it's a bio indicator. It will affect us only. Okay, we should think about that also. So um knowing about the ecotoxicology, no, like I will just finish it, I'm not finished. Yeah, so it like it affects different, like different parts of our body. Okay, it's ready, it is making our high blood pressure, it making red blood cells, which is rbc rupture, circulatory system getting affected, respiratory system is getting affected, like respiratory system getting like lung cancer, nasal irritation, ulcer, and other cancers. Okay, then liver is getting affected, liver. And I should say about the hepatotoxicity, which is study of toxic substance in liver. Okay, you can also do project on that hepatotoxicity, you can do a project on neurotoxicity. So you can be studying by um, different toxicology studies. If you are studying about kidney toxicity, it is called nephrotoxicity. Okay, so you can take all these stuff and as your notes and design your project according to that, not only for a project, for your future research, because you are all going to be a big scientist. So you should take all this stuff. It is very basic, but the basic stuff has the major impact on our environment and on our nature. So it is very very important. So heavy metals not just affects the aquatic bodies, are also affecting us, mainly our, if we are having a kids, if we are having elder ones, we can, like in our age group, we can withstand this heavy metals, but juveniles cannot, babies cannot, childs cannot. But our like grannies and withstand. So we should be more responsible on this. Okay, then as I mentioned, this is ecotoxicology. Okay, so like drugs, we are thinking that we should have more we are having more medicines, so we can handle everything, we can take care of everything, so no problem. No, drugs, the wasted drugs, the unfiltered drugs which live out to the aquatic bodies or the soil or the air, it affecting us. Okay, even drugs, as I mentioned, pesticides, care products, even care products affecting us. Okay, so we should be more responsible. Not only, I'm not just talking about for animals, also for the plants, because plant is very important, photosynthesis is very important. So we should be more responsible for that also. We should know that the dose response relationship, bioaccumulation, biomagnification, and species sensitivity, how different species like fishes, like humans, like rats, like birds, different species is getting affected by different dosage, like how much dosage, how much concentration it is getting affected by this. So we should know. So we can get assessed by biomarkers and bioindicators. With use of like honeybees, we can assess the toxicity in this thing. Nematodes, we can use that. We can use mice, we can use zebrafish, as I mentioned yesterday. We can use like zooplanktons to know the biodiversity changes, biomagnification, diversity distributions. We should know about that. You should take a map. Just you can go to a website, you can search in the website that diversity map of a different species. You can go to that. You can do remote sensing in your projects by knowing what and all chlorophyll, what and all pH, what and all temperature, what and all species is documented in different countries, in the different oceanic conditions. You should learn about all this. Okay, then as I mentioned, okay, those exposure pathways, like we are inhaling gases, dust is coming, we are inhaling it, the dust is flowing on the food, we are eating that. Water, in the water, the all heavy metals there, pesticide is there, we are taking and drinking. We are doing all those stuffs. It's very 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 toxic to us. So we can see, however we are doing all the waste management treatment, water management, we are doing ultimately heavy metals, microplastic, even heavy metals okay, pesticides okay, microplastic never degrade. It will be till the end. However we are putting the however plastic we are putting, it will become a microplastic. It will never degrade in the environment. So we should be more conscious about in that. So like from the plants, from the animals, from the soil, from the groundwater, from the surface water, we human ultimately get affected. Because of why? Because of we only. We are making all this. We are not only killing the lower animals, lower organisms. Like we are not killing lower organisms like fishes, like insects, like birds, like animals. We are killing ourselves. We are making giving diseases to us itself. So we should be more conscious on this. Okay, saying about the bioindicators, there are many bioindicators. For your project, you can take any one model bioindicators, okay, for your project work. So bioindicators is very very important in toxicology study, not in the toxicology study. On the biotechnology work you can do, on the like on the ornithology or the entomology, the bioindicators is very 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 important. I'm not only talking about the aquatic or marine toxicology, even pest in the agriculture field, it is a very very good toxicology studies you can do. in the pest of agriculture field. You can do toxicology studies in pest, how the pest is getting affected by the pesticides or insecticides or the herbicides, like how it's getting affected. You can do a plotting, like transit methods. You can do take a transit methods project on entomology. So you can go entomology toxicology stuffs also. You can go for vector science. So there are many things in toxicology. So as I said, bioindicator is the species used to monitor the environmental health and pollution levels. Okay, for example, fish, we can know the enzymatic activity, growth, mortality. Crabs, we can take the hepatopancreas and take the enzymes from the hepatopancreas. If you're taking like going to a, if you're having a friends in this internship, you have a 3 member friends, you're going to a pond, taking like 50 fishes. You can take, and you can put a sulfuric acid in the fishes. You can grind it. You can able to see the microplastic coming out of that. Okay, you can put the acid and you can just grind it. You can do that as you can take the microplastic. You can take the microplastic from the water or the microplastic from the organism which you took, and you can grind it. You can take n number of microplastic which is sedimented in the fishes. So you can do a study on that. You can take the microplastic and give it to the analysis. There is different kind of microplastic like polyethylene, polystyrene, like different kind of microplastic. You can assess that. You can do as that project. It will be a good, very good project. Ultimately, your project work, all the work um, should be published as a paper, because in your research career, paper publishment is very important. Okay, paper publishment is very important. H index is very important. Okay, your citation should be very important. Then only you can be a big professor. You can be a good person in science. Okay, so that if you're doing a project in the fishes, all these stuffs, please try to put up papers on them. Okay, it should be documented. Otherwise nobody will know your hard work. Okay, so as I said, crab we can take the hepatopancreas. We can like hepatopancreas has more number of enzymes. With that, as I said yesterday, SOD, cat, LPO, GST, GPX, GR, ACHE, BCHE, LDH, and other enzymes. And there is n number of enzymes. So you can take all, you can buy, or you can buy the chemicals. You can search in the internet. You can buy all the chemicals. You can prepare the enzymes by yourself. You can do enzyme biomarkers and assess the toxicology around your home, around your lake which is near your around the pond which is near your home. Or if you are in a coastal city, you can take samples from the sea, or you can take the samples like mud shrimp, like mud crab nearby the mangrove. You can take all the stuff and do the enzymatic activity. And like muscles, like it can show, since it is a hard it is a hard substance. We can know by a combination of metals on them. We can take the, if you are taking a crab, if you are taking a hard coral, if you are taking a mussels, if you are taking a barnacles, you can take the barnacles and assess, give the different kind of analysis. With that we can know what kind of metal like cadmium, lead, arsenic are accumulated in the shells or the barnacles. Okay, barnacles, if I want to say something about barnacles. Okay, barnacles also is a very good pest for the like whales. It is like dolphins, all those stuffs. It's being a very a major concerns for the marine biologists, because more barnacles will affect the activity of the animals, like marine animals, marine fishes, marine cetaceans like sharks, dolphins, and whales. So you can do studies on that. Okay, coming back to bioindicators. So there are many bioindicators. So mainly pollinators like bee, honey bee. You can do apiculture work in your projects. Okay, apiculture work. You can take the queen bee. You can dissect them. You can take the worker bee, dissect them. You can take the different kind of species, and you can dissect them. Different kind of species are there in our India. So you can go to a farm, apiculture farm. You can get the species. You can dissect them. You can give different kind of chemicals to them. You can do biomarker studies, or just even if you don't have money, you can do morphological studies. Just take photos in different treatments. Just take the photos and just differentiate it. You can do many stuff. You can know, with that you can see how pollinators and bioindicators, like indicator like honeybee is getting affected by us human being. Okay, so like I said before, the biomarkers. Okay, ACHE yesterday. I'm just again I will say, ACHE is acetylcholinesterase is a neurotoxicity indicator, which gives a clear idea how the organism gets affected by the our fellow human beings. Okay, affected by the fellow human beings to the other lower organisms. We can do that. We can do SOD. It is an antioxidant primary first defense mechanism. Then catalase, it's a detoxification of H2O2. Then lipid peroxidation, we can know about the oxidative damage to the cell membrane. So all these stuffs are very very important, because I'm working on the stress physiology. I'm working. I did my previous paper on aquatic toxicology. Now I'm doing work on same biomarker enzymes, doing the stress physiology. And in our lab, we are doing digestive physiology. By the digestive physiology, also we can know the like. If you want to do the digestive physiology, you can do the digestive physiology for a project like amylase, chitinase, protease, lipase. There are n number cellulase. There are n number of digestive physiology you can work on, like stress physiology, as I said, SOD, CAT, LPO, GR, GPX, and even the gene different. You can study on the heat shock proteins. You can go for gene expression studies, all those stuffs. Okay, and you can do animal behavior studies. Since our director is well-known animal behavior scientist, you can ask him about the animal behavior in crabs, in different organisms. You can ask him how animal behavior is happening, what are all the primary part in animal behavior, basics in animal behavior. He have a great knowledge on animal behavior, our own founder. So you can ask him about the animal behavior, how it works. Please, you can gain knowledge from your coordinator, who for founder of Ecotoxicology. Okay, so as I said, all these stuffs are making us very 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 like we get very very affected by them. So Minamata disease, you can see how the neurotoxicology happens, how things we are having, it will affect our own kids. We will get married. After getting married, we will have kids, but we won't have a healthy kids because of us. We will have them with the neurological disorders. We will give them muscle weakness, numbness, and dead. Can we bear it? We cannot bear it. So we should be more responsible now to protect our children, our loved ones, our own girlfriends, our own wife, mother, our father. We should be more conscious. Okay, so again I said, these are the risk assessment we should do. Okay, we should know what is azad. Azad is a toxic. Okay, hazardous materials. Okay, we should know what is hazard. Okay, even a pickle which is expired. Okay, pickle, mango pickle, manga pickle, elmcha pickle, all the pickles, lemon pickle, all the stuff, right? If you after expiry date, it is hazardous material, you should not take it. See, you will get affected by that. Okay, so we should know hazardous identification, what and all is hazardous, which is hazardous to our body. Okay, we should identify what and all toxic and what is their potential to affect them. We should know all those stuff. Then exposure assessment, then we should know in what way we will get toxified by this, all the pollutants, all the toxicants, all the toxins, different route, determine the extent of route, duration of the exposure. Okay, even if you're exposing to the microplastic in a lab, you should not be exposed so much of time. So if you're getting exposed, you will get automatically, you will get affected by that. If you are going to work in an industry, okay, if you are going to work on a factory, a dye factory, for example, a dye factory, if you are going to a dye factory, you should be more you should know where we should go, where we should stand, how, what and all protection we should have, what and all protection we should have in our bodies. So we should always assess all the things around us. Just 1 second, our life will be like in split of a second, our life will be get affected by all this stuff around us, because science is growing. We are thinking that because of science are going, we are enjoying all this stuff. No, we are affecting our own body, our own mind, our own health. Okay, so we should be more responsible. Then we should know, we should categorize, we should give classify different risks, what and all it is there. We should be careful. Even the plastic purse we are using, the plastic helmet we are using, the paints we are having, the like the different perfume you are like, we should know, is that perfume or the scent or any other things which is good for us. You should go to the ingredients which they are used. You should know the proximate compound, approximate composition of every which you are buying. You should read it. You should read the expiry date. You should read the manufacturing date. Okay, you should know it is duplicate or original. Okay, so we should know we should know and we should study about the, because we are already started to harm our motherland, our mother nature. Okay, so now we should measure what on the pollution control measures are there. We should read the policies. We, we should know the public health inventions that is happening. Okay, we should like you should be a decision maker. Okay, what are the hazards we should take, we should keep near us, we should not keep near us. Okay, we should know the we should set, or we should know the exposure limits. Okay, we should implement the mitigation plans. Okay, we should do all these steps. Okay, and coming to the laboratory parts, like as scientists, our research scholars, our researchers, we should do our part in laboratory condition, in laboratory bioassays. We should determine the chemicals, their acute toxicity on the organism, their different toxicity in their organism. We should know the what are the exposure time we are having, what are the exposure gradient graded concentration they are having, what are the exposure on the organism which will affect the organism. Or we should know the dosages which affects the animals, the dosages which automatically other being is having. We should know, we should assess, and we should do all those things, and we should record the mortality in the fixed time. Okay, like as I said yesterday, LC50, LD50, it is mainly mortality rate. We should know how much dosage, how much concentration is we should know the sublethal, we should know the threshold dose, we should know sublethal concentration, sublethal dose. So we should how much mortality is happening by a toxicant, by a pesticide, by a herbicide, by a nanoparticle, by a by a nanoparticle, by a heavy metal. We should know what and all what and all timing, what and all things, what and all dosage the animal is dying. So we should do all the toxicity rankings and regulatory testings. Okay, so field studies monitoring. So we should assess the real world impacts of the pollutants. Okay, for example, as I said, in crab we are taking the ACH, ASO, LPO. I said in number of times you will get bored again if I say we should take the tissues. We should take the tissues and we should analyze what another metal is there. We should evaluate the ecosystem health and all those stuffs. Okay, and importance. We should know the laboratory findings and environmental relevance. Okay, we should know all those things and we should be documented all those stuffs. Okay, interaction and effects of the toxin. So we should know the combined effects and how many individuals, the sum of individuals, the synergetic effects is giving. So there is three kind of effects, so, synergenic, antagonistic, and addictive. Okay, synergenist, it is like how a particular chemical affects a particular, like it will not affect particular organ. It will affect, like for example, it will affect only brain, but it will not affect the hepatopancreas. Something it will affect only kidney, it will not affect the brain. Some chemical, some toxicant will affect just what to say, just the nerves. Some will affect only the skin. Some toxin will just affect the eyes. Some toxin will just affect our earrings, yeah, our what to say, our eardrums. There are different things. Okay, so it will not affect everything, this process. Then antagonistic, it will like I said before, right? Some things we will, like we youngsters will have less impact, but the children will get more impacted by the dose. Even the old age people get more affected on the dose. So we should be knowing about this, what and all things we will get. Okay, what and all things, like if you're taking a tablet. Okay, if you're taking a dollar 650, we can take, our body can take for a day, like two times, like three times, the like how the doctor prescribed. But children cannot take 650. They cannot take even 500. Even the old people cannot take the more dosages. So we should know what is the dosage in that. Okay, so like that we should know. Oh, we are keeping a pesticide, we are keeping a in like a what to say, like a poison to kill a rat inside a home, we should keep open, we should not keep open, we should be closed, it should be closed. Children are around, old age people are around, we can withstand the toxicity, but people cannot get toxified. Okay, then addictive. See, if addictive, no, addictive will, it is a like major thing, everybody will get affected, so we should assess that also. Oh, this thing will affect everybody, so we should be away from them, like that. Then coming to the statistics, there are many tool. Okay, probita analysis, spss, regression analysis, volcanic plot, all those stuff, bar graph, different sigma plot, applications, different things. There are many statistics in science. You, if you are like in science, no, biostatistics is very important. Okay, and we are doing the experiment, we are handling the organism, we are handling the animals, but if you are not interpreting the data properly, we are not putting the statistics properly, it is very difficult. Okay, it is very difficult to interpret, document the data. Ultimately, statistics, biostatistics help us to interpret the data. It shows the it shows the what is the combined effect, what is the trend. By the use of the statistics, we will know about the trend of the animals. We should be more aware of the statistics, and we should know the statistics, because statistics is very important. So you should be doing your project on statistics also. You should take a sigma plot, you should take a spss, you should do R Studio for your research. It is difficult only, but you should do, it is very important. We are all learning, even the big professors, the research scholars, the MSc students, BSc students, everybody is learning. So because we are, our science is now updating, it's some good points on our improving science, getting more statistics applications, so we can do different statistics work. So while you're doing the project, statistics is very important. Without the statistics data, you cannot publish a paper, document the data. So it is very important. So statistics, the statistical tool, biostatistics is very important, because if you are studying zoology, if you are studying fisheries, if you are doing marine biology, if you are doing botany, if you are doing biochemistry, if you are doing like different biotechnology studies, the statistics is there will be a subject called biostatistics. So be very careful while those classes, it is very important for your research career. Okay, then as I said, the control measures for prevention of toxicity. Okay, so our like we cannot stop everything by now, but we can reduce the exposure of the toxin and minimize the environmental and health impacts. Okay, so we should focus on the pollution control, environmental monitoring, toxicological testing, and we should know the laws also. Even some people will be interested in your law, last like in like even criminology, forensics, even all those stuffs are indirectly or directly impacted to all our studies. Okay, even if you're studying about the policy and public awareness, it is you can do a like survey, you can, while your project, no, you can set some questions like 50 questions, 40 questions, you can send to everybody, to your friends, tell them their friends to do, tell their friends to do, your parents friend, your relative, you can give the surveys, your questions. You can give some environmental questions, policy questions. According to that, by the answers, you can make a paper, you can make a survey, which is very needed. Then as I said, pollution control strategies. Like as I said, pollution is separated into biologically, chemically, physically, all those stuff, like physical methods. How pollution also segregated, classified into three parts. Like pollution control also segregated in three parts, like physical methods, filtration, sedimentation, uh, absorption, thermal treatment, all those stuff. In chemical, if you say neutralization, oxidation, reduction reaction, coagulation, focalization, all those stuffs. Okay, in biological methods, we can, there is bioremediation, photoremediation, composing the natural analysis, all those stuff. Okay, you can do everything by this one. So we should do the environmental monitoring. As I said before, water testing parameters is very needed. You can buy a water parameter kit, which will be having a pH meter, which will have a temperature meter, thermometer, which will have a device to detect every parameters in the water, in the soil. You can take that, then you can do soil testing with that. You can buy, you can buy a sample from soil, you can take a sample from the water, give to the company, get analysis, give the surface water, you can take the eDNA, you can do all those stuff, you can analyze what and all is there, what and all substance is present there, what and all different kind of organism, what and all DNA, bacteria is it is present in the surface water. You can isolate that, you can make into a paper. It is very very needed. So if possible, if there is any lecture I can give more information about your project work, I can do that also. So you should you should do all the testings by yourself. It will be very 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 interesting. So water testing, soil testing, mainly to purpose to assess the pollution levels, nothing but that's to assess the track the trends. So after knowing all the assessing the pollution, the trends, you can guide yourself, even others, how you can do the remediation process, all those stuff. Okay, then as I said before, because we are seeing about the toxicology testing, it will be repeating the standard bioassay will be repeating, purpose of the toxicity will be repeating, application will be repeating. So in toxicology, there's many terms. I'm just taking the preliminary part. It's very very primary. There's more molecular stuff is there. So you can do more molecular level in your PhD or in a postdoc when you are getting a big job, or you are even working on a good lab in your masters or in a BSc. You can do molecular work also. So sustainable management, green chemistry, zero waste concepts to design a safer chemical and process. Like if you see, that's a chemical, like a chemical substance called chitosan from the crab shell. You can take chitin and chitosan and do for antibacterial, antifungal, anti-malarial, anti-dengue. Like you can do anti-wound healing. You can do good wound healing stuffs also. If you are working on a biotechnology bioscience lab, you can do wound healing. You can do like anti-cancer studies, anti-mosquitocidal studies, all those stuff. So you should design chemicals according, it is very eco-friendly, by the plant products, by the animal waste, all those stuffs. You should reduce the waste and hazardous byproducts. If you're drinking a coke, if you're eating a burger in McDonald's, if you're eating a pizza in Domino's, you should not throw the paper like that. You are eating a shawarma. What and all, when we eat shawarma, what we will do, just we will unwrap the paper around the shawarma, we just put down. It should not be happening, it should not be done. So we should reduce the waste and hazardous product which is there, and we should promote energy efficiency. We should use more like eco-friendly methods and all those stuffs. Then zero waste concept, as I said, be, uh, be careful that you are not wasting all all like all objects within you. Just reuse it or recycle it. And I'm not saying that you should use the same thing, because sometimes using the same thing also will be toxic to us. So you should segregate or classify what and all things you should be seeing, you should be segregating, you should be recycling, you should be having a different bins, different recycling bins for a recycling product which is not recycling. For food products you should have a different bin. So you should be segregating all those stuff. Then minimizing the landfilling and incineration. So we should not put the things down. We should take care of our motherland, all those stuffs. We should practice good industries. We should know, like we should have a very sustainable practices the industry and agriculture. Since we are doing agriculture is very important to our human beings, to our fellow beings. Okay, we should have a good practices in even in agriculture. Reducing the pesticides, we should more use the herbal pesticides like neem. You know neem, right? In India it's very very common, neem. So we should do like um, herbal insecticide, herbal like pesticides for our plants. We should be very careful, we should take care of soil. Then if you are going for other stuffs like what to say, if you are using mask, you can use which is degradable mask, because plastic mask doesn't degrade. So you can use a degradable mask when you are going out, because you are afraid you are getting tan, so you are getting dust. So we should you when you are wearing a mask, you can wear a mask, you can wear a degradable mask, all those stuff. Okay, so again the remediation technologies, use of microbial organism to degrade pollution. So how like that, for example, there's a many thing. For if you have a like copypod, no copypod, copypod, all other animals like copypod which eats mosquito. There's a like some bacteria. Okay, some, if like we have gut bacteria in our stomach, right? So it needs probiotic and prebiotics for gut bacteria. It is a good bacteria, so that there is a good bacteria, even we can use to unpollute, like degrade the pollutants in the soil, in the water, all those stuff. There's many worms which have some enzymes in them which degrades microplastic. You can study about that. There are some worms, like there are some bacteria which degrades microplastic. You can study about that. Okay, it is generally very cost effective. So like phytoremediation, you can use plants to remove, stabilize, or degrade the pollutants. Example, sunflower for heavy metals, reed plants for sewage treatment. Like I'm working on a paper which cardamom, cardamom, elaichi. They'll say elaichi. They'll say yelaka in Tamil. Okay, I'm working on that in water purification, in bioremediation. I'm using the Jira for doing that. I'm working on that project also. So we can use plants for water recyclation, to water purification. We can use chitin, crab shell, shrimp shell, even insect shells for depolluting the waters, depollute water purification, for enhancing the fish dietary things. All those stuffs you can do. So majorly it is green and low maintenance, and it does not pollute the pollute our environment. Okay, it is very important. So yeah, as you said, this is just policies, environmental law. This even I'm not familiar with, but you should, if you are interested in this, you can read about this. You can join the eco clubs in your colleges, in your universities. You can join the environmental club in your universities. You can work for that. You can join NGO like WFF, like lots of NGOs. You are in eco club, it's NGO. You can work with our director for all those things, all to you can collect plastics. You can clean the beaches, you can clean the parks, you can clean the park where children plays. You can clean the particular area which is more polluted with the plastic. You can do all the NGO stuff things with that. So you have many things to do in your career. Okay, so as I said, you should inform the communities about the pollution, toxic risk. Say to you can go to a, if you are studying in third year of your masters, second year of your masters, or third year in your bachelors, you can go to your second year of first year juniors, and go to them, tell about these things, promote yourself, take a video, send to Eco Foundation that you are promoting this, you are promoting that. There is no about the toxic risk of the pollutants. You can say that. You can talk about the community roles. If you are in an apartment, okay, if you are in an apartment, you can make a meeting. If you're meeting, even in the meeting they will have a water bottle in plastic, they will give mixture, they will give samosa. Even in palamburi they will give with a plate, plastic plate. You should avoid that. Tell them to give in eco-friendly eco-friendly things. Even the cup, it should be in the paper. Even some paper is very toxic. You should find a way to reduce all those stuffs. Okay, if you're going to a restaurant, tell them to not use the plastic things. If you're nowadays, if you're going to if you're going to a store, no, you are paying extra money for plastic. Why? Because you are not, nowadays you are not getting plastic straws, because governments have taken policy to reduce that. We should support them. After drinking straw, we should not, after drinking kulgi sarabat, we should not throw the straws out. After drinking other juices, or after eating fried chicken, we should not put the paper outside. So you should be careful. Okay, so you can be peaceful. Okay, you will have no guilt. You will not have no guilt in yourself. Okay, ultimately it is upon us to maintain the pollution. And studying about pollution biology gives all this information. Okay, so as I said, key a key concept recap again, the what we have done, what I have said. You can see the slides we have done. We have seen the biomarkers, we have seen the LD50. You can see how we have seen the terms of what is toxin, toxin, xenobiotic, poison. We have seen the process of ADME, biotransformation. We have seen what is detoxification. We have seen what is bioactivation, bioacclimation, bioconcentration, biomagnification, oxidative stress, and enzymatic defense. Don't if you're not understanding, don't feel hesitant to ask me. I will give your I will give the mail to you. You can think me as your brother and send all the mails to me asking the doubts. We can work together in the future, no problem. Even if you have information, you can guide me, you can give me information back to me. So no problem, you can get all those stuff. So you can after the presentation, if you're I think you want to give a report to the internship like internship coordinators, what and all you have done. So you can give a very good report on our lecture, what is toxicology, what is ecotoxicology, how we are affecting the nature, how nature is affecting us back, how the pollution is affecting nature and us. You can give many things, what and all diseases we are. I'm just taking the preliminary and basic. It is just 2% here. Okay, so there's more number of diseases, like no more number of pathological stuff. Even there's histological study, histopathology, like study about the tissues, how tissues contaminated, how tissues damaged due to the heavy metal. If I get another chance, I can take a separate topic on different toxicology terms alone with the histopathology, in microbiome. We can take a different digestive physiology. We can do all those stuff. We can even study about the diseases, vector science, how the waters get contaminated with the vectors, how it is affecting the water parameters. There's many subject here. Okay, so future, what you can do, like we are studying about now, we are studying about the gene expression. We are studying about in our lab I'm doing, my fellow beings are lab mates are doing the digestive physiology, stress physiology, microbiome, like toxicology assays, like morphological assay, histopathology, histology, all those stuffs. Okay, and I'm also doing some molecular stuff like gene expression, transcriptomics. You can go for genomics, whole genomics. If you're finding a data, you can be a taxonomics also. You can do taxonomy study. You can go to a water body, you can collect something, you can find a new species and you can do a whole genomic study with the new species. You can do a whole genomic study, you can get the data, you can get the raw data. You can have a great papers on whole genomics. So mainly whole genomics is like knowing the different things in this thing. In transcriptomics we can know how much gene is there, what and all is expressing. So you can study about the metabolics, and you can find identify different organism and what and all molecular mechanism in toxicity. You can discover also novel biomarkers, because nowadays there's many number of genes, but there's no biomarkers for the genes. You can find out the biomarkers for the genes. You can emulate that. Then in nanotoxicology work, I have done nanoparticle toxicology in cadmium. I have taken a plant and reduced the cadmium chloride into cadmium oxide nanoparticle and given to the fish embryo, which is zebrafish embryo. Zebrafish is a very good fish to study about it is a very good animal model and study about even the neurotoxicity. It is majorly related to our human. So if you are working on zebrafish, it's a very good thing. So even you can work on zebrafish, you can work on nanotoxicology in nematodes, nanotoxicology in rat, mice, even in brain shrimp is a very good model organism, all those stuffs. Okay, so I think it's over. Maybe if you want ask questions, if okay, otherwise, yeah, my lecture is over. Thank you. Thank you, Jishnu sir, for giving me this opportunity. I should thank you majorly for giving this opportunity to present before this young scientist. And so if you have any question, you can ask me. No problem. Any questions you can ask me. Otherwise, you can mail me or send the questions to our EcoCup director, so you can pass on to me. Feel free to ask me. I'm just like your brother. Right. If any question, I will see. So Jenna has asked that, sir, I have a doubt if a toxicology study is conducted on rotifers, should it be considered acute or chronic since the lifespan of life and rotifers is only 24 to 74 hours. Yeah, it is considered like it depends among the organisms. Okay, if that is if like rotifers is live feed, right? I think Jenna is hearing. Um, in copy it's 14 days. Okay, if you are doing 4 days study in copy ports, it's acute study. Okay, if you're doing 14 days study in copy ports, it's chronic. Okay, if you're doing 10 days study in copy ports, it's subchronic. Okay, but it is depends about the animals. In fishes it has more lifespan. If you're doing 20 days in fishes, okay, it is considered as acute. 14 days in fishes or 7 days in fishes considers acute. If it is if it is 1 month or 2 month in fishes, it is considered as chronic. So it is depends about the species. Since you said that rotifers have only 24 hours to 74 hours their lifespan, the 24 hour study will be considered as even the 12 hour study is considered as acute. If you are doing study for like 48 hours, even for 3 days, it is considered to be as like chronic studies. Yeah, if you are doing 72, if it's rotifer, I'm not so sure about the lifespan of the rotifers. As you said, if it is 24 hours to some like it is 74 hours 72 hours lifespan, it is a chronic study. If you do it is if you're doing for 1 day, it is acute study. You can take 6 hours, 12 hours and 24 hours thing. Okay, so it is considered as this thing. Okay, so thank you, Jana. Then Arundhati has asked, thanks for the. Can you share the list of threshold values for important, essential, non? Um, since chemicals such as water, vitamins, mercury, cadmium, etc. I was searching when I okay. So there's a different threshold studies for you are asking for different one. What for water, vitamins, mercury, and cadmium. I can send you the papers. So I will give the like I'm also a part of the Eco Club, right? So you can mention me in the group in the Eco Club group or send the I will give the mail address to the director so he can send me. You can send me a mail so I will search some papers or some topics on that, or you can ask me in any other social medias if possible. I will send the threshold value. Okay, no problem. You can. Thank you. Okay, any other question? If you if you want to ask question, you can even on the mic and ask me, no problem. Even everybody is learning. Okay, even I am nervous, okay, while taking, so don't be nervous. Don't feel hesitant to ask. Uh, just on your camera, see on your mic, and ask questions. Okay, no problem. I'll just um, enter my email address on the chat so you can take it. It's Murugan Vasantakumaran at gmail.com. Okay, Murugan Vasantakumaran. Okay, MURUGANVASANTHAKUMARAN at gmail.com. Okay, this is my mail ID. Murugan. Okay, you can I will. You can ask me. Arundhati has asked no the threshold values. You can mail me, so I can send you some. If I found some information and papers, I can send you. Okay. You can ask questions. Okay, because it is your time. It is almost 1 hour. So if you are asking questions, good for you, right? No, we have time. You can just type, think and type any questions. Even a small question is okay. Did you get my mail?
Hello, Vasant. Hello.
Uh, yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. What about today's sessions? Is it finished?
Yeah, it's finished. I think they can ask questions because I took something right, so they can ask questions
Oh,
because
okay.
more valuable to them. No,
Yeah, I think
because
there are a few questions. Then maybe you can
yeah, I
answer.
just there are two questions, so it will
Uh,
be good to ask
okay.
questions.
Okay. Then they
Yeah,
will
maybe
ask.
they can even on their mic and ask. No problem.
Okay. Dear participants, please turn on your
Because
mic
after
and
this,
ask
I won't
questions.
take any lectures, right, sir? So
Yeah.
if they want anything, maybe not near. If I will do lectures if needed, but they will go to another subject. So if
Yeah.
they needed any clarification, I can give.
Okay, okay. You can ask the questions, or if you have any questions in the future, you can let me know. I will forward to Vasant. Okay. Maybe Vasanti, do you have LinkedIn ID? Then they can follow you in LinkedIn.
I'm not
The
active now. I'll just activate it. No problem, sir.
Okay. Then I can share with them. Okay.
Sir, can you? I have sent the email address in the chat, but it's not
Oh.
updating. So can
Okay.
you update my email chat to them in the group or in the chat box? Maybe in the group.
Yes, I think maybe you can. If you are willing to share the Gmail ID, that is fine. Okay.
Yeah, I'm willing to only, but I could not share where I could not locate how to send it.
Okay, then I can. I will give them your mail ID. Okay, no problem. Let me share your mail ID to other people who is needed. Then one second. One Mister who is asked your Gmail ID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jenna is already shared. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jenna. Okay. Bye, Paul. Okay. Yeah, this is his personal mail ID. So don't disturb him too much. Okay. Yeah, it's not official. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Vasant, do you have anything else?
Yeah. And that's all, sir. If they want to ask any questions, it's okay. Then I can.
Okay.
Uh, think,
Wind up the session, right? So if you
yeah,
have any
maybe
question,
5 minutes if they want. I will be here for 2 or 3 minutes. Let they think. Otherwise, we can finish this session.
okay, then. Thank you.
Sir, okay, sir. We can wind up. Then. Just no, sir. Just no, sir. Are you there?
So, dear students, we can wind up our today's sessions, and I believe that the sessions was insightful for each and every one of you. He explored on the ecotoxicology and pollution biology, and the next week we will have a sessions on the remote sensing by Miss Hamsuduni, and each of our Indians can join that sessions for free. And I believe that now we only have our interns with us today, so we can wind up our sessions. And good night, all. Good night, and thank you so much, Vasan, for accepting the invitations and
Thank
yeah,
you, sir. My
being a
privilege.
part of,
Thank you so much.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay, being a part of our sessions. And this is the first sessions after we got endorsement from United Nations.
Congrats.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. United Nations Decade of Ocean Sustainability. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Good night.
And yeah, good night. And participants and our interns, if you have anything, then please reach out to me. Anything regarding the project or anything like regarding the internship, please reach out to me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, see you next week.